And we are live. What's up? What's happening, y'all? What is good? Guys, let me know how the audio is. I'm going to go ahead and go into a whole monologue real quick before I bring up the shorts feeds. But really quickly, man, I just want to talk about this weighing heavy on my heart. A lot of women out here are fumbling good men, and a lot of women out here are crazy as hell. So you kind of in this predicament, where you need to vet women to the extreme, and a lot of chameleons are out here impersonating good women, and it's just not. It's you have to kind of know this RP stuff, man. You got to kind of know it to navigate, because the dating scope is so tricky now. Like, women really think that they can just manifest men. They think they can get any man they want, regardless of what they look like, regardless of how femcel they are, homely. A lot of these internet chicks don't know how homely they look. I think that's one of the bigger issues too. A lot of these, let me see if this put this public. Okay. But a lot of these women, they don't know how homely they look. And because of that, like, they think that they're like, got the makeup on, and the lighting's right, but their personality still gives off like she's like at her house all the time. She don't really interact with men, because you can tell by how they talk. Like they talk, and again, it's the internet, so maybe in real life they don't talk that way, but if they're not married with kids, then they probably do. If they're single and their personality is boring and weird and off-putting, and a lot of these, I want to have a whole video. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna title it, because I'm gonna try to offend these women as much as I possibly can. But it'll be talking about these intellectual. I gotta come up with a name for them. The intellectual Jezebel, the intellectual chameleon, the intellectual leftover, something like that, right? But these intellectual women, they got to be put out here into the list of these like with modern women and boss chicks, because these intellectual idiots are the ones that are bringing in different vernacular, into the lexicon for these other women to be using, right? They're the ones coming up with stuff. They're the few that are like coming up with some type of stuff, right? And they'll research these goofy ass females and other women, and they'll have more stuff, more terminologies to use. And the reason why I say the intellectual chameleon is because these chicks, man, make sure the shorts feet's up. These chicks, what's going on, fam? What's going on? These chicks, man, they I'm not gonna say they don't like men. But I think that they want to control men the same way a modern woman would and a boss woman would, but they talk too much. Like, they try to do it through words. They try to psychologically rationalize their way of thinking, all these psychological babbling words, and they'll all see. When a woman reference what school she went to, if she's a therapist or whatever, any of these things, you already know you're dealing with a chameleon and a woman that has a crazy ego. And when in their videos, they're constantly referencing studies, and things of that nature, while also trying to, I don't want to say critique, right? Maybe challenge men. I don't know, the term really, but they'll intertwine all these different ideologies that they have, about what they think that men are doing and how they're messing up. And then they'll try to, mingle it in with psychology and then a couple studies. And I got this video and play at the end with this chick called Olivia Alexa, or Alexa Olivia. And now, I made a reaction video off of her like about 2 years ago, and the comment section just was upset at me. Why are you doing this? Why are you talking about her like that? Because she's a chameleon. I can see it a mile away. And instead of y'all going along with me, you're going against me. Like, I'm trying to put you on, brother. There are intelligent, intellectual chameleons out there that we got to be looking out for. And I have to put y'all on to the intellectual chameleon. She's all look, if this chick got to use big words to talk to you, that's an insecurity, bro. If she's really intellectual, she can break it down in a layman's terms into regular common words. If she got to bust out big words on you and terminologies, and it's a mess to begin with. But this woman, I just, I get when she talks, she's always correcting men. And I don't think it's a woman's place to correct men. I don't care if they get on here and they got these different ideas about but I don't think it's a woman's job to correct men. And what they'll do is they'll do it in a real slick way, bringing up a bunch of stats and stuff, and then mixing in their own ideologies. But that Olivia Alexa woman, to my knowledge, is not married with kids in wedlock. So like what is she doing feeling like she has the right to check men? And it goes back to the whole subject I want to start this whole week about these Xennial females who don't have no respect for their elders. They don't have no respect for anyone older than them. And they have this thing about trying to honestly correct the older generations. And I see some Xennial males doing it. This guy right here is doing it. But I see a lot of Xennial females. Now, there are males doing it. Like this weak-ass male right here I'm going to play. He's going to start whining and crying and everything else. But Xennial females have no respect for older generations. I was watching Lapeef and this chick named Danielle on there, where she was checking grown men, like old enough to be your dad, babbling off all this, modern fembot terminology that they're running with online. Because all they do is watch a bunch of online stuff, try to memorize it, and then regurgitate it. It's never any like original thought, any real original thought. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, even the intellectual woman, don't let her fool you. She's still taking manosphere and red pill talking points, but she's putting a little bit of thought with it. She's studying some guys that are saying it. She's taking notes because she loves class and she loves school. And then she's trying to put in her own words a little bit, mixed with a little bit of studies, but they're still regurgitating men's talking points. How do I know? Because they've never said nothing new. They've never added nothing new to anything that's going on, right? They're just babbling about stuff from their perspective that's already been put out there. But I'm going to go ahead and get in these videos, man, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. Hey, what's going on, fam? What's going on? Appreciate y'all. You guys smash that like.
Advice. Then y'all hypocrites. Y'all hypocrites.
What do you mean?
Like y'all will sit here and get mad at us for getting, acting a fool in class or getting angry or getting into it with somebody at school or whatever. But then y'all get into it with each other. And nobody say nothing. Y'all lose y'all temper all the time. Y'all argue about something. Why you throwing temper? But y'all lose y'all temper all the time.
Because we grown.
I don't mean shit. That's y'all. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's y'all hypocrites.
Calm down, brother.
Every time.
Calm down, brother. The reason why you can't get your words out is because you're a little bit upset. And you're talking about, see, this new generation, the Xennials or Zoomers, I don't know what the hell they call these people, man. Right? But they think that being nonchalant is like a sign of being stoic, and it's not. You're so fucking dumb. You think that just being nonchalant is being stoic. It's not. You think hiding your, the way you feel and acting like you don't care when we know you do, because your generation is known for it, for being the most sensitive. It don't look cool. It ain't giving what you think it is. We know y'all the most sensitive generation. Our generation is a millennial. And I'm telling you, I'm right on the cusp. I'm like 1 year away from being a Gen Xer. Like I'm the first year or second year being a millennial. So I'm on the cusp. You know what I'm saying? So I understand when Gen Xers be talking like y'all be whining too much. I understand why Gen Xers be isolating themselves, because if they were around y'all, all this stuff wouldn't be done. Like y'all talk too much, man. Like y'all talk too much. This new generation, y'all talk too much. We need for the Gen Xers to come back, like they're starting to do, because y'all rattling cages, man. These Gen Xers are waking up, man. We probably leaving them alone. And now they're waking up. They're going to come out here. They're going to be checking y'all goofy asses. And we were sensitive enough to them. Y'all are way too sensitive for them, man. Y'all used to dealing with millennials. And we kind of like try to, we work with y'all because we kind of used to social media a little bit. Gen Xers don't care. They don't care about no damn social media. They don't care about your feelings. And y'all over here rattling cages, man. You're getting online and you're whining too much. And it's nothing that a Gen Xer and a late model millennial hates is a whining, crybaby ass nigga or bitch. We can't stand it. We can't stand it. And we know y'all got it the easiest so far. but you won't stop whining. You won't stop observing. There ain't no, dude, they're barely millennials, but there definitely no Gen Xers and other groups studying people online like y'all do all day. Studying people online all day. That's why y'all don't know how to read books and stuff and conduct yourselves in front of other people in real life. But I'm gonna cook this dude up and let the video play a little bit more.
Or you throw some in y'all face, or call y'all out on something. You know what y'all always say? We grown. Y'all,
No, that's not
that
what we
shit don't
say.
fly no more.
We don't say that.
Because the younger generation, we didn't got old, we didn't got grown. We see all the shit y'all been doing for the past few years. Y'all give the worst advice. Then y'all hypocrites. Y'all hypocrites.
What do you mean?
Like y'all will sit here and get mad at us for getting, acting a fool in class or getting angry or getting into it with somebody at school or whatever. But then y'all get into it with each other. And nobody say nothing. Yeah.
Who cares, man? What are you talking about? You just saying stuff. Who cares? Stop observing people. Grown men don't always agree. What do you mean getting into it? You know what I'm saying? Are we swinging on each other? Are we having a conversation that, just gets a little bit more testosterone driven? And because you're so sensitive, you interpret that as y'all getting into it with each other. It's because we're not sensitive and low testosterone like that. Your generation, where you can barely get your words out because you're so damn high. And if you're not high, you know what I'm saying, you're some type of way malnutrition. You know what I'm saying? So you're barely able to talk low and get your words out. And then y'all think it's cool to be nonchalant. And unbothered and nonchalant are two different things. Don't get them conflated. And don't worry, young bucks. I'm going to put you on to what the difference is. Because you keep thinking and acting like you don't care about stuff makes you look like you're unbothered and stoic. No, that's nonchalant nonsense. You're not looking nothing. We don't even think that y'all are stoked like that. You're the most sensitive generation. You be online whining about pronouns and think, what the hell are you talking about? Y'all are known because you can't even read. So what are we talking about here? I really think that if you're a Xennial and you're online trying to teach yourself instead of going to school and learning something from people that are trained educators, get off the internet, man. Get your dumb ass out there. Start interacting with people in real life, because y'all are the most socially awkward generation so far. You don't know how to. You can talk to a Xennial in public. They might get 2 sentences deep, and then they'll start looking weird like, I don't know what to say. They want to wrap it up. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all got to chill out, man. We really don't want to cook y'all up, but y'all crying too much, man. When we're giving y'all correction, we're looking out for you. It's not our fault that you was raised by a single mother and you sensitive as hell. You know what I'm saying? We could be worse, and I'm going to show you what worse is, right? Stop whining. Man, them Gen Xers is way worse to us as millennials. Stop whining. You already got your women doing this weird ass shit. Now you want to show how soft y'all are? You know what I'm saying? You want to let everybody know that you was raised by a single mother by acting this way? Yeah, we get online and we say things and we're getting into it with each other. You know what I mean? What you call it? We're just having a discussion, man. Normally when there's testosterone involved with men that are like traditional men and not no soy boys, that's kind of like how it goes. It don't really offend other men, because unless you're scared that something's going to go down, why do you care if two dudes are kind of getting loud? They ain't going to do nothing. You know what I mean? They're just dudes talking. That's the way they talk. But it probably scares you, just like it would a insecure woman, like the insecure woman that raised you. You just got to be really careful how y'all here talking, man, because y'all ain't gonna get no women like this. And you're not going to get in any allegiance with any real ones that are millennials and Xennial Gen Xers with this kind of mindset and weak mentality. This is going to be real. See, he ain't even in my stack. I had to go way up here and this is what I want to bring this up to.
I be like, why the fuck these people staring at me? I be forgetting I'm fine. I be like, why the fuck these people staring at me?
Now, here's the thing. This is what I'm talking about when I tell y'all this is what I'm willing to settle for, right? I'm willing to settle for busted in the face. I'm not busted. I mean like average in the face, but the body. You see, that body is like, we talking about 8, but that face is not on par. So you got to sacrifice a little bit in the face, man. You know what I mean? But if the body's right, the genetics will be okay, right? You still got the DNA. You look at that waist, man. Everything's sitting where it's supposed to. Yams yamming, but the face is just not there. It doesn't matter. With modern technology and makeup and things, if you want her to look really, really good, but you know, we got to like, you know, do something about, because the women with a really pretty face, y'all, they get ran through the most. They have the most psychological problems, and they're the most entitled. Now, are the rest of them entitled as well? Of course, but they're easier to be humbled. See, you can probably humble this one right here. Tell her to go look in the mirror. And I'm talking about neck up, you know, not neck down. And, you know, with a prettier chick, she's going to be like, oh, I'm pretty, da, 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 da. You can't tell me nothing. I'm telling you, dude, let that pretty go. Let that 8, 9, and 10. There's plenty of guys that are out here putting out content saying that like 7s, 8s, 9s, those chicks are for fun. Those chicks are for everybody. And, you know, those chicks are not going to be able to be someone that you can really tie down. And if you do, whenever your assets or you fall upon hard times or whatever, or she don't think that you're as valuable, she's out. There's always some guy that's going to take her on. It is what it is. So maybe just giving it a little bit of thought. That's all that I'm saying.
When you are done, Baroness, I have some interesting hand-to-hand combat techniques to show you.
Oh, I could get a real kick out of that.
Destro.
That playful little minx.
Destro, stop mooning like a love-struck schoolboy.
See me in my quarter.
Destro out here handling side missions and side quests. Get back to making reaction videos, brother. What you doing out here? Nah, I'm just playing, man. Just playing. Lord have mercy. I mean, the torque she's putting on that. I mean, that suction's got to be over 9,000.
That was definitely harder, but not impossible.
Shit. Anyway, let me I got something in here. What's this?
Hey, what did you say your body count was?
Oh, it's 1,000.
Oh my god, that's low as hell.
Yeah.
Rookie numbers, you could say.
Yeah.
Are you like more of a homebody or something?
I am.
Okay, that's what's up.
And I love cheating. It's my favorite thing to do in a relationship.
Of course. A woman has to cheat. If you don't cheat in a relationship, that's a boring relationship. And this is why you're not boring.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you work?
I work at a club.
Okay. This is why you're an amazing dancer, I'm assuming.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And you're like an entrepreneur, you could say.
Yeah, I am.
Do you have any kids?
I do. I have 6 kids and 6 different baby daddies.
Okay. See, now me and you don't have to wait 9 months to get a child. Me and you could just have 6 already because you already have 6.
Yeah, and I'm super close with all the baby daddies.
Oh, no way. That's awesome. So we'll all have a close relationship together.
Yeah, you're so understanding.
Yeah.
And I also have a disease.
You have a disease?
Yeah.
That's how you stand out from the other girls. That's what makes you different from everyone else.
Damn, I really like you.
Yeah, you want to go back to my place? Hey, what did you say your body count was?
Oh, it's 1,000.
Oh my god, that's low as hell.
Yeah.
Rookie numbers, man, you could say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not.
Are you
Get to the second half of the video. Let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Down there. Here we go.
I have been knee deep in real estate for a long time, well over a decade and a half. I got a lot of friends that make a lot of money in real estate. Some of them are agents. Some of them have Section 8 housing. Some of them just buy and sell properties and flip them. Some of them actually are developers. And there's others of us that develop properties that we rent out to other people. I will tell you that I have never, since I've gotten into the real estate game, seen so many people, specifically women, that are getting evicted. Now, I'm going somewhere with this, so follow me. Women on this app will regularly tell you never to let a man move into your place. Hell, us men tell men that you should never give power of a woman to, you know, move in with her and then let her determine your fate by if she gets mad at you or something like that, she will emasculate you, right? And we all talking about this provider and this, you know, submissive and traditional situation and stuff like that. But I will also tell you that a conversation that's not being had is men, stop letting women that are not your wife move into your place, because there are a lot of women that are getting evicted and they're documenting it and they talking about it and they ain't tripping about it and they're gonna go and find somewhere else to live. But you know what women have a trump card of? They had that box.
Yeah.
Right. They know that there's always some guy, and no woman is single.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, even if she says she's single or she's single by choice, there's somebody somewhere that she messing with and somebody that she know she can lean on to ultimately find her some housing or to let her move in or to let her stay overnight. And the next thing you know, she got a toothbrush there or whatever. Women have a trump card, and that's why you don't see a whole lot of them on the street, right? You see them saying they're getting evicted, but somehow, some way, they always find housing. I don't know if they just all going to their mama house. I don't know if they all just got a boyfriend that all of a sudden they want to commit to, and they putting pressure on him in order to let her move in. Stop letting women move into your place because they're using you, family. And we got to stop dealing with women that are broke. Real talk.
There it is.
Stop dealing with women that are desperate and broke. And sometimes they even working and stuff. If she got student loans, let her pay that shit off.
Tell them.
Come back to the front of the congregation and we can have a conversation.
Tell them what time it is.
Then become your burden. The same way that they say don't marry a man on child support because then you could be responsible or all of this other type of stuff. Stop
reverse.
dealing with broke women because it will be the death of you.
Brokies.
I'm telling you, they using you, they leveraging the fact that they're getting evicted to all of a sudden become more submissive and wanting to be stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home wives and all of that stuff. Align yourself with women that's going in the direction that you're going in. If she is not a person that can meet the expectations of where you're going to be, then don't even associate yourself with her. Walk away. Get the hell up out of there. And they got to be able-bodied adults that's taking care of business before they even come into your presence. Listen to me, fam. I have been knee-deep in real estate for a long time. Well,
you heard it, man. You heard what he said, man. Some of y'all are falling for some of these women that are talking kind of nice. Rent is due. The economy is crazy, and rent is due. And that strong, independent woman stuff ain't cutting it no more. Be careful out here, man. They're treacherous. I got all these videos in here. I'm never going to get through these videos.
Like, if you a struggling guy, you broke. But if you a struggling woman, you strong and independent. Now, if a guy going on double dates and so forth, oh, he's cheating. Now, if a woman going double dates, oh, her options is just open. When a lady break up with a man, oh, she deserved better. But when a man break up, oh, he wasted her time. Huh? When a guy is rude, he's toxic. But when a lady is rude, it's mood swings.
She's figuring it
Be
out.
a plus size guy, they're gonna call you fat, Biggie Smalls, all types of shit. Now, if you a plus size woman, oh, you just chubby, little chunks, like
BBW.
Woman set standards, oh, that's just preference. A man set standards, oh, he's a narcissist. What? Make it make sense. This is some delusional feminist. Like, I don't get it. Really feel for y'all men because it's like y'all can't have nothing. Like and I'm a woman saying this. Like, I feel y'all. Like, I really feel y'all on this one. Like, this is like what? Like, if you a struggling guy, you broke. But if you a struggling woman, you strong and independent. Now, if a guy going on double dates and so forth, oh, he's cheating.
No lies told.
I've never seen an unhappy black woman with a fine ass white man. I've never seen it. And we could talk about
Halle Berry.
Go through the list.
Halle, I beg your damn pardon. Berry.
Whoopi Goldberg.
I don't know if you're familiar with it, but
there's a whole list of them in here too, man.
stop acting like because you went to a white man, ain't you still gonna get cheated on. Knock
Janet
it off.
Jackson.
I've never seen
here, man.
an unhappy black woman with a fine ass white man. I've never seen it. And
Janet Jackson, Paula Patton. Who else we got going on here? Halle Berry, Whoopi Goldberg. Who else we got up in here, Mom? Any names I recognize? Who else? Oh, you trying to make it about dark skin now? Whatever. Whoopi Goldberg. You know what I mean? Like I said, Paula Patton, Robin Thicke. What you talking about?
Here's the bottom line, by the way, for the guys, whether she's physically attracted to you is everything, because it really, really is. It's like 99% of the battle, honestly. If she's really attracted to you and you text right away, like you go on the date, whatever, and by the time she gets upstairs, you know, she has a message that says, like, when's the next blah, blah, blah. If she's attracted to you, she's going to be like, oh my God, I have to call my friend. Like, and say, he texted me. She's all into it. It doesn't matter how fast it is. If she's not attracted to you and you do that, it's going to be like, ooh, he doesn't have anybody. Oh, he's just like it's too much. It's all about whether she wants you to jump her bones. Here's the bottom line, by the way, for the guys.
It's all about being attractive. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you hear like rich dudes and dudes that are social media successful, they'll always be throwing shade at being attractive because they ain't got, if you know, they know if they are, right? They know they ain't got it like that. When you don't really need to be attractive, you got the money or the clout. But here's the thing about that though. I don't need none of that to get women. I don't need none of that to get bad women. When you're attractive, when you're an attractive, masculine man, you don't need none of that stuff. And some of these rich dudes, women, you can get them. You know what I'm saying? You can get that girl, right? Because that girl's only there for the money or the clout. She's physically attracted to you. Whether it's a fetish or whatever, that who gives a damn what these women are thinking and what they do it for? As long as you get in the buns, you know what I'm saying? And you have access. So being attractive, man, physically attractive to women is a major deal. Don't let anybody dumb it down. We got one more up in there. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Why are other men deserving of being in a relationship with a woman that takes care of themselves, but your man is not? A lot of times that you even see your man communicating with you in a certain way, or maybe he seemed a little annoyed. Sometimes you need to go check yourself. I know a lot of women are not going to like what I'm saying because this is so male identified. And, so I'm supposed to center my whole being around a man. If you married, what you supposed to do? Are you just going to throw the towel in? Because in the beginning of the relationship, you were doing the most. You took pride in yourself. You made sure that you was lotion from head to toe. And then as time goes by, maybe you get a little comfortable. Maybe you get a little used to each other. And even if that's the case, you need to draw it back and fix it. I just say it again. Sometimes when your man is a little miserable or he seems like he got a little attitude, maybe he needs to do a self-check. Okay, am I tripping? Did I fall off a little bit? Maybe I need to go spruce something up. Maybe I need to do my hair in a different style. Maybe I need to just go buy a new outfit and then just walk around. Maybe I need to just, create some kind of excitement. Why are other men deserving of being in a relationship with a woman that takes care of themselves, but you're...
Okay, now, did you hear what she just said? Did you hear what she just said? Right? Riva TV. Now, this is giving out great advice, constructive advice that women can work with to improve their odds of getting, not just the women that already have a man that she's talking about as well, but women that want to get a guy. Like if you're not getting the results you want, maybe you should, go back to doing a little bit more, becoming a better version of yourself, right? If you're not getting the results that you want. Now I'm going to show you a woman doing it the wrong way. See, she's holding women accountable. She don't care if they call her a pick me, and she doesn't come off jaded or nothing like that. She don't come off like she's mad at men. Her content never seems like she's mad at men. Her content never seems like she's like checking men like she's their mammy or mama. You know what I mean? She's putting out information to help women become better versions of themselves to attract the men that they want. That's the right way to do things. Because if she tried to correct us, we're not going to listen to it. I'm not listening to you tell me anything. I don't care what you think we need to do unless you're a married woman of X amount of years and seem happily married with children in wedlock. And even then, you know what I'm saying, might be like a grain of salt. But I'm going to show you the wrong way to do it like this woman right here does. And also,
why are other...
not even, but Riva TV, she also goes live, right? So she puts her perspectives out there. She goes live and her videos are longer than a few minutes. So she's not just like hitting it for the algorithm. She's putting out videos long enough for someone with a attention span and a little bit intellectual will be able to enjoy the video. A video is a few minutes long. Like by the time you're getting into it and listen, it's over. So you're not really about, digging deep into your thoughts. You're just like putting stuff out there. Now, this version, this one right here, right?
A man.
Complete opposite. She does not go live at all, no matter how large her platform is. When someone doesn't go live at all, it bothers me. And I'm going to tell you why. When you go live, it's an experience. And if you're a content creator, you're on one of these two sides of that experience. You enjoy the interaction, like me, whether it's good or bad, you're still interacting with people, or you're socially awkward. And when people leave comments, it bothers you and it scares you so much that you can't even go live. The idea of it scares you so much. Someone calling you out on your words, you having to, either ignore it or give some correction, during the live stream when you're not sitting there dropping your rehearsed lines. And if it don't work out right, scrap it, do it again. Don't work out right, scrap it. No, it's live. So if you can't present yourself live, I don't think you should be, as a woman, I don't think you should be as critical, as some of these women are towards men. And one more thing before I let her rock. I was watching this channel earlier called the Blackout Channel, right? And this dude was cooking. Now, I ain't listened to this one content creator called Accountable Commentary, AC. I ain't listened to him in a while. Last time I listened to him, at least on that channel, AC channel, whatever, he was going off. This other channel, though, he got like a couple channels, completely mellow, getting through it, you know what I'm saying, in a monotone, and he was cooking this chick up. So I'm gonna take back what I said about that man. He's upgraded, he's doing better. I'm going to continue to watch these videos he have on that Blackout channel. He has this one really good video he just did a couple days ago with another flip-flopping black woman like this. She's always like on the fence about stuff. She'll say some good things about men to hit the algorithm, and then she's correcting men, right? And the correction comes from, these women are not married. The woman in that dude's video is not married. This woman is not married. So they have to find a way to get men to want to chase them and come after them. They got to get men, in motion so that they can, still sit back and have guys approaching them instead of them having to come out of their shell. Because a lot of these women are kind of like femcells, are kind of like homebodies, hermits and stuff. And they don't really know how to interact with anybody outside of social media DMs. I guarantee if you try to hold a conversation, it would be weird. She'd probably be interrogating you, asking questions. She don't know how to make the conversation flow normally and naturally, right? That's what it seems, because I've had these intellectual women, and whenever they start talking to you, they're either flexing whatever degrees they have and experience because they want you to feel like, they want you to respect them on some type of level. And then they give themselves away. They start interrogating you. It's you feel like you're sitting down with a therapist or something like that. It don't seem natural or authentic or anything, right? So I think these women are having a hard, the intellectual chameleon, I'm gonna call it that. The intellectual chameleon, she can't trick men that she wants into being with her. She gets men that DM her, but they're normally like pookies or even decent men. But you have to understand, these women, and I'm gonna make a video on this, right? These women want a guy that articulates very well. Very well. If you're the kind of guy that kind of mumbles, or you're not good at articulating, or you sound kind of hood, even if you are smart, she won't even look your direction. She won't even look your direction. She wants the guy to come across like he's well educated and well traveled just by the way he speaks. So it lets you know what else she's looking for. It's going to be super, super top notch. That's why a lot of these weirdos end up single and they stay single. The only way that they can ever get somebody is to get like a pookie that don't really care about all the babbling nonsense she's saying and bragging on herself and all her ideologies that get her nowhere. That's the only way that she can get somebody. Otherwise, the guys that she want, like me, not saying this woman, I'm talking about the intellectuals, the intellectual chameleon. They want guys like me, well-spoken, well-traveled, resume, looking like, immaculate, like I know what I'm doing, tech savvy, all that good stuff, witty, charisma. They want a guy like that, like a guy that's the opposite of them. They're more introverted, socially awkward, pretty decent on the internet, but in person, these women don't know how to hold a conversation and save their life. you know, with other people where it don't come off weird. You know what I'm saying? So when you like seem like you're on the same intellectual level as them, but you have charisma, they want to learn that. Trust me, I've been, look, man, like an ex and stuff like that. These ex, man, they studied me. They started sounding like me. It's you know, and they came out of their shell. They were kind of like introverted, and as you know, throughout the time of being with me, they became more extroverted and learned because they watch and study me how I interact with people, and they learn that, you know. So be careful out here with these intellectuals, man. You might think that they're genuine, but they really think the same way as all the rest of them. They, if you listen to them carefully and close enough, they have the same fembot ideologies, the same stuff. They're just dressing it up with a whole bunch of fancy words and big words. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I listen to stuff like when a woman saying a bunch of big words mean nothing to me. I know what the words mean. So when they're saying this stuff, it don't like, you know, like get me to be like, I don't want to listen to this. Or some guys hear women talking psychology and big words and they're like, oh, she's smart, I'm listening to her. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. They train monkeys to do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, monkey see, monkey do. It ain't hard, you know, to regurgitate stuff that you've memorized. That's all that I'm saying. So, but there's certain things in life you have to get from experience. Charisma, socially interacting with people. You know what I'm saying? You have to get that from you can't read it in a book. You can't go to college and study it, you know, and these women are lost. They don't know how to do it. You know, so what they do is the man that they find attractive, they judge him from a distance, and they're mad that this type of guy won't approach them. They're mad. And when they get mad, they lash out and say things like, oh, these guys are too cowardly to approach. These guys, they you know, they use monikers like lone wolf and sigma male because, you know, they're too scared and too cowardly to interact socially like we've been doing. And then they'll say something because they think they're intellectual, like, well, this is a burden on society or it's causing a problem with society. But these same women are talking the same way as a modern woman. They're so intellectual in so many degrees, but they're focusing on, you know what I'm saying, the problem instead of the cause of the problem. Right? They're not worried about the cause. Their product is trash. So if you had a good product, you wouldn't need to get online and reverse psychology, babble your way into trying to convince us to approach you. You know, you wouldn't need to do that. If the product was great, you'd be getting approached by all the men you want. If we're outsourcing the product, that means the one native to us is trash. It's not worth buying. It's not worth investing in. It's not worth looking at. It's not worth talking nice to. You know what I mean? I'm going to meet you with the same energy you're meeting us. There's no need for me to be nice to you because I'm not interested in you like that. I don't like how you move. I don't like how you talk. I don't like how you think. I don't like how you make videos. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how fake you are. You know, I don't like none of that kind of stuff. And other guys agree with me, right? So you don't have a man for a reason. You know what I mean? That's the divine stepping in and saving men from a woman who is disguising herself as an intellectual good girl, and she's not. She's not. She's a chameleon.
Man may feel entitled to being loud, overly assertive, and cocky because he's a so-called alpha male. An extremely quiet and introverted guy may just identify with the sigma male label and use that as an excuse to never step out of his comfort zone. The result is a lack of well-rounded masculinity in a society that desperately needs it. A man may feel
okay. What does she know about well-rounded? And this is, I think she's a Zennial. She might be a little bit older. I mean, I don't know. Late model millennial, Zennial, whatever. What's the difference? Right? What does she know what real masculine? You see the wordplay here? She's younger than you. What does she know about real masculinity? She's not even married. What does she know about real masculinity? She has no children in wedlock. She has no covering. What does she know about real masculinity? About guessing she has a degree and a big following, then that gives her the right to get on here and not only attack alpha male moniker, but she attacked the sigma male moniker too. She attacked them both. She attacked them both. So what do you want? What do you want? The only men that are leader types out there right now are identifying as alpha or sigma, you know, and both of those monikers fall under masculine men. They both fall under the umbrella of masculine traditional men, But that's what men out here that are leaders, that are trying to show other men that they're leaders, that they fall under one of those hats. A Sigma is not an introverted alpha. A Sigma is not even introverted. Who told you this? You see what they're doing? They go online and they study. A Sigma is not an introvert, you fucking losers. A Sigma is someone that enjoys their space. They don't need to be around a crowd of people to recharge and feel good about themselves. We don't isolate ourselves away from people on a regular basis unless we're going through something, and we don't want to be a burden to anyone else while we tap into God so we can get over whatever heartbreak or whatever we went through, bankruptcy, a business is failing. Instead of looking outside of us for people to console us and help us get out of that, we go inward to God, where you get all the answers. Because when you're quiet, let me tell you something, young lady. Let me speak on behalf of the Sigmas. When you're quiet, you're in a quiet space and you're meditating and you go inward. Everything that you have a question, all you do is ask the universe. You probably call it universe, or ask God. He's going to give you the answers. You want to know why you get the answers? Because your pineal gland is decalcified. You've already probably had your Kundalini awakening. So you're tapped in to the ether and you're vibrating high. So with that higher vibration, man, you're going to draw things to you. You're going to draw great ideas, great thoughts, positivity. This way, I don't need to go to others and, hey, what do you guys think? Hey, we should go out. Hey, that's going to be around y'all because I'm going through this. And no, I want to become the best version of myself and then put myself back out there to people, you know what I'm saying? So that way I'm, pouring from a full cup. And if they didn't go through anything, right? If the Sigma isn't going through heartbreak or financial loss or whatever, they also know that even if they're on the normal every day, they still know that they recharge alone. You go to God and you recharge and you get your wisdom and your guidance from God daily. You recharge, okay? Whereas in alpha, we're not going to go into introvert and extrovert type of stuff. See, you got a degree. You should know better than this. You should be speaking better than this. In alpha, and I don't mean no offense to alphas, okay? But an alpha needs people to need them. It's not really just an extrovert. I'm an extrovert. That's why I have charisma on here. And when I'm out, I can talk to people and people don't want to leave me alone and they want to talk for a long period of time or whatever. There's nothing to do with being an introvert or extrovert. Stop studying men online and get out there and start dating in real life. If you get your head out of the books and your eyes out of social media and you interact with men in real life, then the men you encounter, you're not going to break them down into these goofy ass alpha segment, and no, you're going to see them as human beings. You're going to see them as traditionally masculine or not. And then you make your selection based off of that. But he's going to also get to see you outside of social media. You can't fake the smiles. If you're not good socially, whatever you're saying, you're going to wear the emotion on your face. We'll see that as well, right? Dating is more tricky than just getting online and babbling what you feel and saying a bunch of stuff that you think sounds good, right? It ain't getting no one anywhere. What did you say that's going to really work in the real world? What did she say? Just in case she watches my content, what did you say in all that babbling that can be applied in the real world? That a man would actually take the advice. What did you say? You said that the world needs more masculinity or proper masculinity. What is your definition of real masculine men? Didn't really give us one. You just attacked, what I'm saying, with ad hominem or whatever, alphas and sigmas. So what's wrong with you? What alpha hurt your feelings? What sigmas are hurting your feelings by telling you that you're leftovers and no one wants you because you waited too late? See, when things get to them, they try to find a way to throw shade and hide their hand. They don't want to say these red pillars. No, they want to just use these hats so that way they're not being very specific and they can throw rocks. What should be done is you talking to women like Riva TV and letting them know that they need the best versions of themselves to present themselves to men. You don't have the place to be correcting men. Nowhere in history has women supposed to ever been correcting men or taking power from men. Men have always led, since the beginning of time. That's why we still have civilization. So why do you feel all of a sudden it's your right to start critiquing men and telling us how it's supposed to be and what a traditional real man is, and you're not over the age of 35? You don't even have enough real world experience to be talking the way you do. This is why you Gen Zers are so messed up. You talk to grown folks like you're on the same level as us because you done regurgitated some crap. Your generation is really good at memorizing shit they see. You're not good at learning stuff. You're not good at learning stuff, but you're good at memorizing and regurgitating. That's a quick fix to a bigger problem. That's never going to work. And I can see it in what y'all do. You can't fool me. I was trained by the military and worked for the White House. All this stuff that I'm bringing up is what I was trained to do. You can't fool me. I know exactly why y'all got a problem and you're bringing up Alpha and Sigma. I can tell that y'all are all socially awkward and weird. I can tell. I interact with people too much. I can tell a weird, socially awkward, homebody female. Homely. I can tell. You know what I'm saying? Y'all study other content creators. A lot of y'all be studying me and taking stuff from me as far as aesthetics and how to speak and everything else. So you're doing the same thing with everything else. You're watching other people and you're teaching yourself that way. Well, your generation is the most socially awkward. Don't you think you need to do something different? Go to a school somewhere, sit up in there and interact with the students instead of just having your head in the book. Go out and actually interact with people. You ain't got to approach me. I mean, you can start talking to them. Get some experience under your belt so you're not going off a theory. You're just saying a bunch of nonsense, and it seems like you're hurt. What's going on is, you're aging. We're all aging. You're aging. And I don't know where you're at, but you're probably closer to 35 than you are 25. Okay? And you're not fooling nobody. Now, see, River TV, she gets on here, and she's putting her points out. Maybe because she's a Leo, I don't know. But she's just putting her, she's not like attacking men. She's not even attacking women. She's not even attacking women. She's putting her perspective out there very broadly. You're getting real specific. You're throwing shade. You're putting in audio sounds to drive the point home. You think you're going to get a man by doing all that stuff? How many times we got to tell you about your little attitudes, man? You can't play it off. You're too emotional and egotistical. You can't let it go enough for us to feel like, it's not that big of a deal. It's petty. No. Those little microaggressions, those are a big deal. Those are a big deal. That's why you don't have a man that you want. That's why you don't have a man like a Sigma or Alpha or whatever. Because what you want to do is get an Alpha or a Sigma, because there's other groups of men out there. If you don't want an Alpha or a Sigma, aren't there betas and simps out there for you? There are pandering males, pandering males, beta males, simp males. But you're over here critiquing alphas and sigmas because you want that man. But you want to be able to come in and babble your goofy bullshit from your education, right? And in hopes to try to mentally manipulate him into being more of what you want, while you got the base structure of a disciplined masculine man to trot around to your friends and while you're just destroying that man in the house with all your goofy ass ideologies and trying to tell him how masculinity is wrong, the way you carry yourself in this study. I want you to source these studies. Some of these studies are from like 60-year-old women with like 3 dogs and 2 cats, and the study consisted of 11 people. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of it, man. You have no results to speak for the way that you're talking. You have no results to speak. If you were married, okay, if you were talking reckless like this, even though I would still correct you, if you was Dee, that content creator Dee, who was married with kids, long period of time, if you were talking like this, you would have a little bit of credibility. I would still cook you up. I would talk about married people being in single people business too much. Okay. I always got a way around you people talking too much, but you have no husband. You have no children in wedlock. You have not been in a relationship for 7 to 10 plus years. What happens is, and see, this is the reason I'm going to Thailand. I'm already going on 3 years celibate. I've healed, but if I don't go and date, which is what I want to do, because I love women and I want one, I just don't want to deal with leftovers. So instead of complaining about it, I'm putting myself in position, right? Getting my money right, getting my health right, getting fit, looking the best I can, get my skin right, going over to Thailand. And that way I'm over there where women appreciate the American dollar, right? Because you're like, oh, y'all going over there to trick. No, I ain't going to trick nothing. But y'all do the same kind of tricking here, and we got to pay for everything here. So there's no difference, right? But the women appreciate your money. You don't mean trash to them like these American women want you to make $500,000 to date them when they got worn out coochie. You know what I'm saying? Worn out box, don't even get wet right anymore. You know what I mean? I took it up the butt too many doggone times, you know. So hell, I mean, it just, you don't even want to get into it. And then the if they're having sex with guys, they're definitely bopping them off. The amount of guys they bopped off. You know, I'm just going to put myself in position so I'm not whining and bitching. And if I don't do that, what'll happen is, what am I going to do? Go 5 years celibate? 6 years? What? We getting into prostate issues at this point, right? Right? We're going to start getting into some prostate issues if I ain't young enough to be going that long without any. I don't want any prostate issues. You know what I'm saying? So me going overseas, and then I got a little series I'm doing, and I ain't gonna talk too much about it because you can't talk about your plans before you do it because people be trying to steal them and hate on you, whatever. But it's gonna look very clear that I did what was needed to put myself in position so I could look for love in the right kind of way. When you are not looking for nothing, but you're complaining about the opposite gender, you're not bringing any solutions. You're just complaining about the options you have right now. You're not bringing a solution, an alternative, or nothing. You seem jaded. You seem hurt. You seem bitter. You seem broken. And when you guys have big platforms like this, it drives the point home that I've always been making. It don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter the size of your platform or your clout. If you don't have the man you want with you, your life is incomplete. You know what I mean? Shout out Drew Hill. You know what I'm saying? Without a man, your life is incomplete. You were to give a man everything that this woman has. I think she's like 500,000 subscribers or close to it. You ain't got to give me no damn woman. Are you crazy? Man, I'm going to be using that platform, helping men out, traveling around, not just making videos regurgitating shit. I'm going to use the money for my platform, invest in my platform, move around, show everybody how you're supposed to be living, how life can be. Showing everybody that I'm happy. I'm not be sitting over here saying a bunch of goofy crap with all the money she should be making from the platforms that she's on. That she said that don't scream that I'm a happy woman, right? Where's the twinkle in her eye? Let me show you a twinkle. Let me show you a woman that got some twinkle in her eye, and it could be because she's a Leo, but still, let me show you.
Why are other men deserving of being in a relationship with a woman that takes care of themselves, but your man is not? A lot of times that you even see your man.
This and again, I don't know River TV. I'm you know, I'm not crushing on nobody, but I like giving credit where credit is due. I'm not some shy dude, and I'm not no egotistical type of person. It's a very attractive woman. She carries herself very well. She's definitely an intellectual. She's building her platform up right. She's networking with bigger people like Corey Holcomb. She's making a broader platform and bringing more people in. She keeps it consistent. She doesn't be all over the place. Whenever she says she's over here trying to help women become greater versions of themselves, she sticks to it. There's a twinkle in her eye, man. The woman, you know what I'm saying? She seems very strong while also seeming very feminine. If she had a man, I'm telling you, this woman right here would be the kind of woman that would really take care of that man. I don't know if she has any kids or not, or nothing like that, or whatever. I only know that she's a Leo or something like that, because I think it's gonna post of hers or whatever, you know, on YouTube or something like that. Maybe Instagram, since I'm new over there, because she posts my feed a whole lot. But other than that, man, right? Like, this woman got herself together. She's presenting herself in a way to where I have nothing bad to say about her, and I talk shit about everybody. You know what I'm saying? She carries herself very well. This is like the kind of like base model that you need to be looking at, you know, for the kind of like women, if you're into like intellectuals or women that are, you know, entrepreneurs. I mean, I don't know how she is outside of the internet. I'm just telling you the way she presents herself on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Don't seem like a pushover. Don't seem like she's on here playing any games. You tell she's serious about her business, but she has that femininity about her. Like when she was interacting with Corey, and you can tell she's feminine in nature, man. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be out here seeming super bitter and feeling like you need to check men all the time. What good does that do you to check men? I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to you. And the man that you want is not going to listen to you checking him and telling him how to be a masculine man. That's not your place. For you to think it's your place is weird. You think you're going to put a battery in my back? No. Who do you think you are? With all this intellect you have and intelligence, who have you fooled so far? Who have you fooled so far? Because you're not married, you ain't got no kid. Who have you fooled into this dichotomy that you like to present? This ideology where you think that you can say a few talking points that are regurgitated, and the guys be like, yeah, that sounds good. And then you can check us in the same breath out the other side of your neck. No, you're checking us too much. That's why you don't have a man. No one knows how you are. You put 5 minute and less videos that are heavily edited to where you're really only probably talking for 2.5 minutes in the whole joint, right? Like you're not really, I'm not going to get on to her that much because I've watched her content. She's one of the people I've studied. She's one of the people I think is a hater. So I've definitely studied her. I know she don't make videos over 7 minutes. I know she don't go live. I have a contingency and I always got something for my enemies. I always do. I always do. You want to attack alphas and sigmas? What are you? What do you identify as? Are you a modern woman? You know what I mean? What are you? An intellectual? A good woman? What are you? Right? What do you consider yourself? Or you just get on here and just say whatever and not have a man, not have no results. Just stir the pot. Give women some different kind of verbiage to use whenever they're flinging a bunch of shade. Man, y'all be thinking y'all are so freaking smart, bro. Man, if you're so smart, why are you watching alphas and sigmas when you just degraded both of them? Why pay them any attention? Why do alphas and sigmas need to change and be the masculine men you want? Why can't you find a group of betas or another kind of man that you described? What are you talking about here? What are you talking about? I'll play this video one more time. This person's weird. Hey, what's going on, fam? What's going on? Let me call up on these comments. What's good? Hey, what's going on? Are you back, sweetheart? Good to see you. Salute. Appreciate you. You know, we love it when the women stop in and give us their perspective. The camera's not purple, but you know, if you don't like it, you know what you can do. Oh, you're up in here trolling. Hey, hit that like button while you're at it. Absolutely. I'm gonna leave this one up. I'm gonna let you come in here and keep trolling, but LeBron's comment's gonna stay up there. Now let's go right back, you know, so we can get a good message in here. You know what I'm saying? And again, shout out to the tribe. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. Salute to LeBron and his new wife, man. Excited for y'all, man. You give me hope, brother. You're giving me hope, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me go back to this one woman real quick. Where's she at? Oh, yeah.
A man may feel entitled to being loud, overly assertive, and cocky because he's a so-called alpha male. An extremely quiet and introverted guy may just identify with the sigma male label and use that as an excuse to never step out of his comfort zone. The result is a lack of well-rounded masculinity in a society that desperately needs it. A man may feel entitled.
Okay, so here's the problem I have with that. Any male can call himself an alpha. So she's giving us no specifics, right? Broad generalizations, throwing shade, not really saying anything in detail or really saying anything in general. It's just nothingness. It's just a bunch of circle talk. And I'm gonna break it down to you why it's circle talk. Let's go into this. Okay.
Entitled to being loud, overly assertive, and
okay. So her perception of an alpha is loud and overly assertive. Okay, that's your perspective based off of whatever life you've had, experiences with men, non-experiences with men, childhood traumas. But some women believe that alpha men that step up to the plate, regardless if the man is doing exactly what they think an ideal leader would be, because it's easy for you to sit in the sidelines and tell someone what they're supposed to be and critique them, but you're not expected to be a leader. And see, again, these are chameleons. They think it's their job to sit there and be a headache for you, to check you, to correct you. This is why they're alone. It's not a woman's job to check or correct or adjust a man. What kind of man would you be with when he's going to your dumbass for correction? What kind of leader is he if he's going to his woman for correction? If he allows you to be part of his counsel, you give him advice when he asks for it. You don't volunteer shit. Because if a woman sits here and starts telling me, which problems I have, my ex-wife starts volunteering, and hey, well, you gonna do it, da 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 da. You think that's gonna work? What makes you think it's not gonna work? Based off of what experience in your life? How do you think you can tell me what I'm working on in my head is not going? Why would you even do? You want me to go back to work because you want to feel more secure, even though I'm making more money than you and I'm not even working a regular job? You go work 2 jobs, right? You don't get to sit back and just critique what that man's doing. You need to go do something for yourself to make yourself feel better. You don't get to sit there and be critiquing men and sitting on your butt. Go do something with yourself to make yourself more valuable of a woman that the men that you like would want. Okay. And in that way, an alpha or a sigma can present itself to you, and maybe he'll end up being whatever kind of docile yet strong leader that you want, right? The kind of leader that listens to anyone that gives him advice and then try to discern from there. Nah, man, you got time for a bunch of people telling you what they think you should be doing, projecting onto you what they think you should be doing or what you could be doing better. How would that idiot have the vision that God gave you? They can't see what you see. They don't know what they're talking about. They're outsiders looking in, projecting onto you, just like this woman right here. Every man individually has his own vision and he's working towards whatever. If you're talking about podcasters, be more specific. What do you mean? What do you mean? This is he's loud or whatever. He thinks he's supposed to be quiet and timid. You know, what is your example of this great leader that's quiet and timid? Because you have to have some guts about you and tell people to get up and do this and do that if you're going to be a leader. And some alpha guys, unlike Sigma, they ain't got time for all that. They be like, hey, get your ass up. Get this done. This is the way some men are. I'm not that way, right? But I'm a Sigma. It don't really matter. I'm still going to get you to get up and get it done. I'm just not going to do it that way. I might say something to you that's going to make you want to get up and get it done or piss you off even more than an alpha talking to you like that. I might talk to you calm, but the words I say might hit harder than whatever that alpha said. You know what I'm saying? So what you want is a tone police. You don't know nothing. You're not giving us any specifics. If you're talking in generality, so based off what? Based off who? What demographic? What age range? What specific type of man with more detail? This is just, and again, it's just one of her YouTube shorts, but her videos are only like 2.5 minutes anyway. So I mean, this is pretty much the gist of what she says anyway. It don't get much more in detail than this, unless she's dropping some bullets. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, that ain't nothing really letting us know what this one really thinks, man. I'm gonna keep it going. Get these comments up here. September 27th. Absolutely. Hey, man, no problem, brother. Hey, I believe it or not, I like to see people get together, you know, and I like to see, because you've been rocking with me for a while. I like to see guys that are in alignment with me, that think like me, you know what I'm saying? And they're getting women, you know. So you know, we're kind of both benefiting from this, brother. I'm happy for you because that's going to be good news for me as well. You know what I mean? I might be able to find me one, you know, and I'm definitely though glad that, you know, because you've been out there putting that work in, man. So, you know, it also shows hard work pays off. And again, you must have got your woman in America. So that means there are some diamonds in the rough out there for guys out there that think, oh, they're all completely gone. They're not all completely gone. It's just a needle in a haystack. It's a piece of sand on a big, big, big beach. You know what I'm saying? But there is hope. There is hope.
Cocky because he's a so-called alpha male. An extremely quiet and introverted guy may just identify with the Sigma male label. And
that doesn't mean nothing. Like these people that consider themselves a Sigma male, do other men consider him a Sigma male? Are you speaking as if it's a man that's leading people? Just a guy can consider himself a doggone woman if he wanted to. What are you talking about? He can call himself they, them, whatever. So I don't, you know, you're not giving us any specifics. You're just attacking these archetypes. You're just attacking these archetypes. And you're not giving any solution. This ain't even your place. This is high-class babbling, man. I'm telling you.
Use that as an excuse to never step out.
As an excuse to never step out of his comfort zone. What does that mean? You can't be introverted and step out of your, excuse me. You can't be introverted and step out of your comfort zone. You got to be more specific than this. You got too much of an education. You know better than this. You're better than this. You know, I mean, I would expect this from a regular content creator, but the way you brag on your acolytes and everything you've done in academia, I expect more than this, right? This seems like someone that has a problem, someone that hurt your feelings, and you're just making a video, man, to make yourself feel better. What do you mean step out of his comfort zones? What are his comfort zones? How do you know that he has not been stepping out of his comfort zones?
Out of his comfort zone. The result is a lack of well-rounded masculinity.
Well-rounded masculinity. Whole bunch of fucking babbling nonsense. Circle talk. Well-rounded masculinity, young lady. Can you give us a definition of that? Because it really just seems like an ideology, and well-rounded masculinity could be different in every other woman's head. So what is your definition of well-rounded masculinity? You didn't say nothing. You said words without saying nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all getting hustled out of your time and whatever else you're contributing to people like this when they say a whole bunch of nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. That's all she said, a whole bunch of nothing. You can't dig too deep into nothing that was said. You know what I mean? Just a vague generalization that she don't like alpha males or sigma males. And she thinks that sigmas are introverted guys that don't step out their comfort zone. This is her interpretation and her perspective, but she's sitting there talking as if it's an absolute, a fact. It's weird out here, y'all. Y'all are weird. Y'all are just weird. That's why you don't have a man. You're just weird. That's what I'm saying. Does she normally attack sigma males? Right? Because, okay, let me put it like this. A lot of women online right now, the men they're attacking are the men they find attractive. You got to reverse psychology, everything that they're doing. And she didn't even give us, if she would have fleshed this out some more and not make it seem like she was just attacking two archetypes. So, to me, it just seems like somebody or somebodies that she finds attractive, she knows that they don't find her attractive, and she's lashing out. And we all know they watch a lot of podcasters, especially, red pill podcasters, manosphere podcasters. She could easily be watching me. Why wouldn't she be? I'm not going to sit here and play dumb because, you guys know that these women, they do not pay attention to 80% of men. So they're only watching the men they find attractive. So they'll never tell you who they're watching, because then somebody like me, you'll know, well, you must find him attractive in some type of way. I'm not saying you want to jump his bones, but find him attractive. And so she's on here just attacking the archetype of sigma males because apparently someone that identifies himself as a sigma or alpha, because she shaded both of them, she must find them attractive. There are other archetypes of men that she could have talked about. She ain't got to label them beta. She ain't got to label them simps. She can call them a gamma or a zeta, or you know what I mean? Whatever she wanted to, and then fleshed out her idea of a masculine man. She didn't do none of that. She's attacked, you know what I'm saying, two different groups of men, the kind of two groups that most men right now are leaning towards. Like most black guys are sigma males, man. Like we kind of like move different, a little more compassionate, right? And whatnot. We all know that black men are more progressive than any other group of men. So we kind of more sigma male-ish, right? Plus, being in this country, we can't just be out there interacting with it. We gotta guard ourselves and be on guard every time we leave the house, man. Anything could go down. Hell, I was going to the gym the other night, went across the street just to get a coffee, and then 5 cop cars pulled up. Dude was frisking me down, had a gun pointed to my head before I even checked my tag. Could be my last night. You know what I'm saying? So, black dudes, that's kind of what we're kind of like sigma. But see, she ain't trying to figure that out or ask us questions as to why we're more probably what she considered introverted. Because every time I leave my house, I got to be on guard for the most part. So I want to be somewhere where I can relax. Every group of men doesn't have that issue. You know what I'm saying? Like they could do whatever. Could have been across the street shooting off firecrackers and whatnot. and the cops wouldn't have came over there. You know, I'm just getting a coffee and airing up my tire, and I had a gun pointed at my head. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to like look into why some of these people might be introverted or whatever the case may be, what you consider introverted, which is really just recharging in your own space without having to be around everybody. But you're just projecting a bunch of assumptions. I thought y'all were educated. I thought these were the intellectual women. You're just making up stuff based off assumptions, right? I don't even know in psychology if alpha and sigma males or terminologies they use. They probably break it down into other type of archetypes. So I don't know what y'all are doing with these degrees. I don't know how you're getting them. And if you're just using them to find different ways to throw shade at the men that you want, because I'm sure she's getting approached. She's a very pretty woman. I'm not going to sit there and say she's not my type, but she's a very pretty woman. I'm sure she could get approached if she left her house, if she got off the internet, if she go outside. Yeah, I don't get this, but she's definitely getting DMs. So I just find it really strange when women are still throwing shade, not critiquing, but throwing shade as if there's, you know, some type of feelings involved towards alpha and sigma men. And then say that we don't want y'all, we don't care. You must do. There are other men that are presenting themselves to you, and you won't take one of them. And then you're just consistently attacking two groups of men on a regular basis that told you that we don't want boss chicks like you. We don't want fake ass intellectual chameleons like you, right? Those are the archetypes telling you that. The other ones will take you. They would gladly take a woman that wants to put a battery in his back and run his life. But we can see that you're not right. We can see it. You talk too much. You're talking too much with the wrong stuff. That's what we mean by talking too much. Her video is like 20 something minutes long. That ain't talking too much. She's getting a message across. But when you're saying a bunch of BS that don't get nowhere, no solution, no real thought, man, it's just talking too much. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing. And it's crazy to me, but the best part, y'all are going to age out. The best part with all you're doing, you're trying to squeeze everything you can in within a 3-year to 4-year time frame. Because once you hit 40, ain't nobody going to listen to anything you got to say. Subscriber count going to drop off the map unless you start getting on there and showing some skin. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think this is? Hell, mid-30s probably start falling off. You got a bunch of simp dudes that's watching your content, right? On a regular. I don't watch you. I don't support you like that. If your video pops up in my feed whenever I'm going through Facebook videos, that algorithm I was clicking next, if she pops up, oh well, I can't stop it. But as far as me watching her content, she's on the block list. I don't watch her stuff. She wasn't on the block list on Instagram because I just got on Instagram. She ain't got on the block list yet. I'm blocking though by the hundreds weekly. I'm blocking by the hundreds on Instagram, and my views are going up. See, I'm trying to tell you, sometimes the people that pop up in your algorithm, they're watching you and they're hate watching you. And they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And when they pop up in your feed and they're saying some shit that really resonates with you, almost as if somebody was watching your stuff and making some kind of reaction to it, block them. Block them. That way, when that hoe gets back online and she's trying to go and see what you said back, or if you responded to her goofy ass video or trying to look you up on Instagram, can't find you. Can't find you. That shows her, you know, she was hate watching you. You know, she was doing too much and you blocked her. Now, it shouldn't mean nothing to her, right? That stuff means a lot to women. It don't mean nothing to me. I got some videos in my feed right now on Instagram where the person blocked me because, you know, I leave comments before I make videos most of the time. And the comment got to them so much, they blocked me. You can see where it says, you know, video unavailable, blah, blah, blah. They blocked me. You know what I mean? That's cool. I just wanted to make a video. I should have downloaded it, but I don't think these people are going to go through their comments and find mine and then block me. You know what I'm saying? Because of the comment, but it's whatever. It's perfectly fine. I'm blocking. They're blocking. They didn't like my comment. They thought I was hate watching them. And in a way I was, but I still will come over here and put them on my channel and other people can see them and they can get some notoriety. Right. But I understand. I respect it. Don't let nobody be hate watching you. If they ain't got nothing good to say or whatever, do what you got to do. Why are you trying to act cool, act like it don't bother you? That's where this fake ass stuff comes. Just like what she did. That video right there lets you know that alphas and sigmas bother her. She didn't mention no other group of men. She didn't even mention betas or simps. Alphas and sigmas bother her. They give themselves away. They do it all the time. They're so emotional. Even when they got huge platforms, they don't know how to control themselves and just do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple thousand followers on YouTube, man. If I get on here, crash out, cuss it, man, who cares? At 500,000, nigga, I'm gonna be in a suit. I'm gonna be in a suit. Probably won't even be wearing a hat. Have the waves flowing, be interacting, be like, yes, ladies, what are you saying in the chat? Let me bring these up real quick. Well, thank you for the super chat. No, I appreciate you too, sweetheart. I'm not going to be making pre-recorded videos with 500,000 subscribers. I'll be interacting with my audience. I'll be making my money. I'll be looking good. I ain't going to be watching no women being like, man, this woman get on my nerves, man. Let me go ahead and make some little shady little video talking shade to her, you know, shit to her. I ain't going to do all that, man. How can y'all be having all this money and subscribers and still be petty about men? Well, you know, I agree with you on that, Pandora. See, you was trolling earlier, but now we're coming to some common thoughts, man. We're agreeing on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't God good? She can probably cook me in this one though. No, that's not how it works. But you know, whatever you say it is, I'm not gonna tell you what to think. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not blocked. I'm just ignoring you, man. I had something to say. But I'm gonna let this one like I'm done with her. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rock out with a better video.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women be tone policing and to avoid taking accountability and having real conversations with their man. Basically, anytime something that he says doesn't align with what she's saying and how she's feeling and how she's moving and or
Reading
acting,
her like a book.
she's going to be like, why are you talking to me like that?
I'm gonna let her cook, y'all. Just bear with me, man. You know, LeBron's in here talking. I like to talk to the people that have been rocking with me for a while, man. Yeah, man, you can tell. Let them cook, you know. And again, so I'm able to read this woman. LeBron's able to read this woman. I'm pretty sure that the other fellas can read this woman as well. So all this bitter talk y'all are doing online, listen. I know y'all think y'all getting online and just talking. No, we're analyzing everything y'all saying. This is serious business. Y'all are out here mentally manipulating men. You're using the system against us, and you know the system is stacked in your favor. And then you're blaming us for not leading you. You're trying to cover all. This is too much psychological warfare for me to think that y'all are innocent. Okay, I'm a military. I'm an army guy. I know psychological warfare. I was trained for this. I was trained to notice that, and y'all are doing it heavy. And you're doing it whether you're doing it as a useful idiot for this messed up government, you know what I'm saying, or not. But you're willingly participating in keeping us all messed up, and then you don't want to even get better. You don't want to be better as women. You want to be the same way you are, and you want us to change for you. But you have options of. It's so wicked. You have options of men. You just don't want those men on your level. You want these other men that you don't qualify for. And instead of you either stepping your game up to get them men or just settling for the men that are DMing you, you want to whine, bitch, and moan and complain online. And we're just taking notice, man. We're taking notes. Why would a man that you want, why would he want you talking this kind of way? They're out of control out here, man. I'm telling you. I don't need to read anything about no wolves, lady. Wolves, we're not wolves. We're humans. You know what I'm saying? It's like when somebody say, you know, you my dog, that don't mean that you a Rottweiler or a pit bull. The hell?
And he's like, hold on, baby, I'm not talking to you no kind of way. I was just trying to say XYZ. And she's like, no, but you were talking to me like da 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 da. And now the whole conversation turns into how he was speaking to you instead of actually what he was saying. Now, make no mistake, fellas, I'm not telling you it's okay to call your woman out her.
And see, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why I told you there's hope. Because if you thinking this way and being this way and your old lady has no problem with that, then I mean there's other women that are out there that want to get on board with a leader type of masculine man's plan, right? There's other ones out there too. That's the hope right there, because you talking the same way I am. I ain't never gonna let no female do
her
that.
name, disrespect her, yell at her, curse her out, any of those things. Always be respectful whenever you're speaking to your partner. But what I am saying is sometimes we got to focus on the message and not how it's being said. Make sure that you understand that there's a little bit deeper meaning whenever your partner has a little bit more emotion with the way that they're speaking and they're passionate about something, and stop trying to police how they're going to say every little bitty thing to you just because you don't like what they're saying. Unpopular opinion.
He didn't miss.
A lot of women be tone policing and to avoid taking accountability. And
Didn't that one woman just do that? Wasn't she just tone police and alphas? Right. And this is the research. So with all the research they're doing with their degrees, these are the conclusions they come up with, that we need to do more and they don't need to do nothing, and that we need to approach them with the environment we're in, where you can approach the wrong woman and your life is over. Right. Like they don't want to do anything where they got to come outside of their comfort zone. She's talking about someone needs to come out of their comfort zone. You see how they project? She's a whole femcell in herself. How you going to tell people to come out of their comfort zone and you don't even go live? She never records any videos outside of her house. They're only a couple minutes long. They're super edited. You know what I'm saying? So you're not even really speaking that much. We don't know how many times you re-recorded whatever you're saying. So how are you going to tell someone to get out of their comfort zone? Go live, record outside of your home, stop editing the fuck out of your videos so we can see that you're real. You know what I mean? And then speak a little bit. But when you're just hiding everything about you, and then you're going to get online and be like, yeah, these men need to get out of their comfort zones. If that ain't the pot calling the kettle black, go to her content. You're not going to see no videos of her outside of that house. You're not going to see any live streams. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see anything over 7 minutes long. If you find a 10-minute long video, good for you. To me, that's a hustle when you're making videos less than 5 minutes and you have a huge following. People want to see you talk. And you're giving them a few minutes, teasing them so you can get your views up, right? Hate that shit, man. At least go live and give the people what they want.
having real conversations with their man. Basically, anytime something that he says doesn't align with what she's saying and how she's feeling and how she's moving and or acting, she's going to be like, why are you talking to me like that? And
let me see what's looking up in here.
What do 2-3 single guys go out at night for? To get, I'ma say it, bitches.
What's the group of ladies going out on a girls' night for, huh? Oh, that's right. To get attention from guys?
Ha! Gotcha, bitch.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody mad with that. No, guys, I'm obviously just kidding. They're obviously just going out to have fun with their girls.
Absolutely.
They're just getting dressed up for themselves. Okay? So don't ever think that. Otherwise, you are a toxic, bigoted shell of a man. Grow up.
Don't forget narcissistic.
Be mature.
What do 2-3 single guys go out?
And what are you worried about it for?
Ugly girls don't care if you're a good friend. They also don't care about your mental health. All they care about is that you look better than them. And that's enough reason for them to ruin your life and mind. Period. Ugly girls don't care if you're a good friend. They also don't care about...
Ugly women are a problem. You know, most of, not all of, because that one Olivia chick is not ugly, but most of the women that are like going off on men, man, you wouldn't even, dude, you wouldn't even put your homeboy onto that chick, man. And he was in a drought. If he was in a drought, you wouldn't even, I don't even know why they online talking. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would pick them.
People act when you keep making
crazy.
everything.
This is probably one of the greatest analogies I've seen on, like,
let him cook.
I guess a social experiment on how people be mad at you and your successes, bro. Look how hard he threw the ball in, man. All he doing is the right thing. Other nigga sat down and said, man, fuck this. I don't even want to play. He threw the ball off far. That's niggas throwing you off your team. Trying to throw you off your spot. Look, he go right back to his spot. Ooh, watch this. Throw him off his spot.
Don't let nobody trick you out your spot.
This is what niggas do, bro. 101. I know it look like basketball to y'all, but this life, watch this splash.
Watch these haters. Watch the haters.
Now look, let's just throw an awkward pass at him. Let's just make life difficult for him, right? Watch this. Same spot.
Look at these niggas.
But the lesson is you gotta go back to your same spot. Bust. Trap. Look at these niggas. They can't get a shot. Look, they throwing the ball to him disrespectfully. Why? Look at this. Spot. Watch how hard this other nigga watch. He gonna throw the ball. The nigga with the dreads, watch how hard he threw the ball at this nigga. That's the hater of the crew. Him and nigga with the blue shorts, they hate you. Other nigga just tired of them making it. Watch this. Sick of this shit. That's how niggas treat you, bro. Just keep swapping from your spot.
They don't like to see you win.
People
man.
act when you keep making everything.
When you keep winning, they don't like it. It don't matter if they have more than you. No matter if other games they play where these other dudes was winning. They mad because he keeps hitting. They can't get a chance to get their shot in. And now they feel like he outshining them. That's what they do to you, man. You know what I mean? You got to be really careful. Throwing shade, causing you more problems, right? You know what I'm saying? Trying to make things difficult or whatever. Trying to ostracize you. It depends on your job or whatever. You know, it's an analogy, but you know what I mean? Try to ostracize you. Try to not hit the like button or share. Not doing the things that they should be doing because they're also content creators and they know better. You know, sniping your intellectual property and your video ideas, stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be real mindful and real careful. But like that young dude right there did, you got to get back to your spot. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot, no matter what. I got another video. I'm going to put this in. I got another video and put this in real quick. But before I go, I do watch Lapeef a lot. And he has this one chick on there named Amira, whatever. I don't know if she's Arabic. I don't know if she's Indian, right? I need clarity on that. Like somebody in Lapeef's show put it out there because she talks too much shit. She keeps going on Lapeef talking about what she has observed from Black Americans. And she goes on there talking about what other groups of people are saying about Black Americans as if we care. No one asked you. We don't care. But I want you to see what these people are doing in their countries before they flee and come over here to talk shit about you and how we are culturally. Let me show you. Let me show you how the men treating their women in their countries. Let me show you.
Welcome to India, motherfuckers. Home of the shit lands. Hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, we out of here, boy. Bro, they really just did a drive-by shit. Like, you can't make this. Welcome to India, motherfuckers.
Ain't nothing funny about that.
Hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, we out of here, boy.
How dare you come over to this country when there's people over where y'all are from throwing shit on people that look like they're clean? Those dudes act like, oh, you like you're too clean for this country. They just toss. Where do you get a bucket of shit from? Where do you get a full topped off bucket of shit? You know what I'm saying? This guy, you know, drive-by shitting, Glock Dookie. I mean, what's going on here, man?
They really just did a drive-by shit. Like, you can't make this.
Can't believe.
Welcome to India, motherfuckers. Welcome home of the shit lands. Hope you enjoy your stay. And yeah, we out of here, boy.
And listen, you know it's normal for them because nobody threw up. No one threw up. No one, man, you ain't getting away. I'm gonna chase you down and I'm gonna choke you out. There ain't no way you just threw a bunch of runny shit and piss on me, and I'm just gonna sit in there like this must be normal. Okay, this must be normal.
They really just did it.
They're just wiping it off like, what you doing? What you doing? Nigga, I gotta get that shit off of me. What are we doing? Why are we still sitting here? This woman is covered in shit. What are you?
The drive-by shit, like, you can't make this.
Bruh, again, you know, I just gotta tell you guys this, man. Like, y'all be letting these people talk crazy on these doggone panels. Y'all need to be bringing up these videos and show the homelands where these people are coming from. I got another one because I don't know whether she's Arabic, that Amiri chick, or if she's Indian, but I got both covered. I got another video where this one chick, let me see if I can find it. This one white chick was found on the side of the road after doing one of those Dubai dookie parties, right? They had you know, did all kind of weird, crazy stuff to her, and then just tossed her body out on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? Why don't ever do that. Don't ever be talking about, yeah, it stink a little. If you say it stink a little, it stink a lot. Ain't no woman gonna ever admit their box stink. And when you call them out for it, they're gonna blame everything else except for them. You know what I'm saying? Like you can never, you know what I'm saying? Just or that like they don't smell it, even if it stinks. So if she's telling you it stinks, you do exactly what he did. Let her see the door. And then some people in the comments were talking about, oh, well, let her take a shower. Some of that stink, especially when they stink, not just like sweaty, but they actually stink. You got to dig up in them a little bit before it starts stanking. You don't start stanking until you start digging up in them. They start coming a little bit, and then you know that she's sick or whatever. You know what I mean? Stanking box is not healthy. I don't care what y'all say. There ain't nothing healthy about it. You know what I'm saying? The fish is dying at the least.
I have a theory that no one on earth is normal and everyone just acts normal just for the public. And if you notice, the biggest celebrities or the most successful people on earth have one thing in common. They're the least normal. In fact, sometimes they're quote unquote the weirdest and the most judged. And I heard this scientist talk about humans operate at the absolute highest individual frequency when they're the most authentic. Do you ever notice that when you're
and the crazy part too, LeBron, is they seen those dudes with those Glock dookies. Those Glock bucket dookies, and they still kept driving. They had to. Now, I'm not saying they knew that the guys were going to throw shit on them, but they knew that they were shit in them buckets. They're in India. They're in India. I'm going to show you some of these videos of these Indian guys that be serving street food. They be making the food with their hands on a bunch of old appliances covered in bugs and rats around. They be using their toes, you know what I'm saying, to cut up bread and shit like that. You know what I mean? Weird stuff, man. And then they be coming over talking about Black Americans. It's crazy as hell.
You're just actually yourself. You meet the right people. You meet the right friends. Everything feels natural.
Isn't that one Dr. Sade? What's her name? Is it Sade? I don't know if it's Sade, man. I can't remember her name, man. Horrible with names. But she's an Indian chick. You know what I'm saying? And she's always talking about American men. And then, aren't you Indian? Ain't that your native country? Man, you better get up out of here.
Natural. It's like it's flowing perfectly. But when you're trying to fit in a box, everything is rigid and it just doesn't align or make sense. And being authentic takes courage because it means being completely different than everybody else and acting like who you truly are. But it's one of the most freeing feelings ever. And I think you'll probably find the most happiness and success by just being yourself. I have a theory that no one on earth is normal.
I'm gonna let him run through it because what he said made a lot of sense. And you know, I like to be my authentic self, and people think I'm weird, but then I think that everyone's wearing a mask, and I think that everybody's out here wearing a mask to be the kind of person they think that everybody wants them to be, to get along with as many people as possible. And you don't never know who you're dealing with that kind of way. And then the mask wearers start thinking that you're supposed to wear a mask. You're supposed to be yourself, so you can be comfortable. Now, I'm not telling you to be your complete self. We all have a real wild side of ourselves, but be yourself so you're comfortable and you're authentic. So that way you're never tired, annoyed, pissed off, because you're being yourself. You know, you ain't got to put on a show just to step out your house.
And everyone just acts normal just for the public. And if you notice, the biggest celebrities or the most successful people on earth have one thing in common. They're the least normal. In fact, sometimes they're quote unquote the weirdest and the most judged. And I heard this scientist talk about humans operate at the absolute highest individual frequency when they're the most authentic. Do you ever notice that when you're just actually yourself, you meet the right people, you meet the right friends, everything feels natural. It's like it's flowing perfectly. But when you're trying to fit in a box, everything is rigid and it just doesn't align or make sense. And being authentic takes courage because it means being completely different than everybody else and acting like who you truly are. But it's one of the most freeing feelings ever. And I think you'll probably find the most happiness and success by just being yourself.
The only thing I don't agree with him is you're not acting like who you really are. You're being who you really are. And I mean, that's important out here right now, man, because a lot of people don't forgot how to be themselves, and a younger generation don't even know. That's the main problem with Gen Z is, you know, they're the generation that grew up on social media. So everything's fake on social media. So they're fake as hell. And they think that's normal. We're supposed to all get online and be as fake as we can be. And no. You're growing up in the age of Instagram, social media, not like Facebook, MySpace, or Black Planet, but like Instagram, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to give off this appearance and this look and this aesthetic. Fake it till you make it. You're just faking everything. You're always faking things. You don't know when to turn it off. Here we go. One more before I go.
They like to think of themselves as these big masculine men, and what am I getting out of it? I can tell you this.
There's that feminism.
All right, I believe I'm a woman of virtue, right?
Out.
Yeah, there's the feminism. Oh,
I'm sorry. Did you want to speak over me?
Yeah, I don't.
Inside of society, right this second, masculinity is not only punished, but also covert feminists on the right are constantly talking about how they need to have privilege.
That's a good subject, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one way to look at it. That's one way to look at it. You know, I like to think that the parts of myself that I don't show everyone, I wouldn't like to say that it's a mask. I just like to say that people don't have access to me like that until they earn it. I mean, I guess that could be considered a mask to a certain degree, right? But yeah, I can't, especially after learning this internet thing, you can't open up to everybody.
Privilege in society. Their version of masculinity is men who take care of us, men who protect us, men who do all of this. Those are all duties that men have towards women. What are the duties that women have towards men?
Most men are born to be protectors and providers. Really? I can't imagine my dad saying, you know what, I'm not going to be a protector and a provider unless you do this. That's not how real men operate. Real men are protectors and providers.
And I believe this woman right here claims to be like a conservative, like traditional type of woman. And this is another intellectual chameleon. It's another intellectual chameleon. They only learn these new terminologies and ways of speaking to throw it back in your face, to be better equipped to argue. They're not trying to learn to like bring men and women together or understand men more.
And they marry women who hopefully have some virtue, but also bring a lot to the table as well, that are great mothers, great wives, caretakers of the home. There's nothing wrong with being a traditional wife and mother.
If you enjoyed that, then make sure to follow for daily debate content.
But it's definitely a mask to a certain degree. You're definitely right about that. I never thought about it like that, but it's definitely a mask to a certain degree because I'm not completely being myself. So there is a certain level of guard, you know, which, you know, yeah, guarded mask might be considered a different kind of mask, but I want to say too much because I don't want to give these women more ways to try to get it, wiggle their way out of taking accountability. Gotta put it behind a paywall.
These hoes ain't loyal. Sometimes you find out she wasn't even yours to begin with.
You're Jordan Peterson with Red Pill.
And now that it's JP's turn with your girl, that's a hard pill to swallow. I don't know if your audience is going to love you talking about stealing their women. The girls don't belong to you anyway. They're for the streets. And why shouldn't Top P get a taste? These women like to pretend that they're not like other girls. But I've got news for you. You're exactly like other girls. And I'll be damned if I have to pretend that you're special. These hoes ain't loyal. Sometimes you find out she wasn't.
If Jordan Peterson went all the way red pill, it'd be over. It'd be over, man.
Do we need men?
No.
Yeah, but y'all don't need men, right? Y'all don't need men. You got this. Go, Queen. Oh, man, I got this. Let me see. I got a few more minutes.
I wish all men were feminists like you.
Me too.
It's so refreshing.
All right, here's that check for you. Why can't Alexis, Olivia get a man like this? Get her a nice feminist man. Let's go into detail here.
Sir? Sir? First of all, do not assume my pronouns. Second of all, how dare you assume that because I'm a man that I'm going to be paying for this whole dinner? Women are fully capable of paying for themselves.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to split the bill between you two then?
Actually, why don't we do this so we can really drive this point home for you, because you're giving me very misogynistic vibes right now. Leave the entire bill and she will pay for the entire thing because she is a strong, independent woman who does not need a man to provide for her. As a feminist woman, wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah.
Well played, sir.
I guess.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, here's the check, ma'am. I'm sorry. Okay. Canceled. I cannot believe how toxic that guy was.
Right. So toxic. Oh my god, this is expensive.
Oh, you got it.
Give me a purse, bitch! Give me a purse! Nick, are you gonna help me?
Absolutely not. As a feminist man, I don't want to imply that you can't defend yourself just because you're a woman.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, what? Yeah.
Alright. This. I'm dating a conservative. conservative.
No, you're
Wish
not.
all men were
No,
feminists
you're not.
like
We don't
you.
want you.
It's so refreshing.
All right. No, you're not. We don't want you. We don't want you. Go back to that feminist Brad. We don't want his leftovers. Get up out of here. You guys that are out there on the bunny market, you know, get yourself a snow bunny like this right here.
God is good.
All the time, and all the time God is good. It's from a movie.
Name a Kool-Aid flavor.
Oh, it's easy.
Great.
Easy.
How much sugar do you put in Kool-Aid?
Double of what it says.
If I tell you that I am 20 minutes from your house, when am I actually arriving?
An hour.
If I say, girl, you cleaner than the Board of Health, what am I actually saying to you?
You look too put together.
I ain't even.
You look too rich.
Who is Mom and them?
No idea.
You can do this.
Mom and them.
Mm-hmm.
Got
the
it.
whole family.
If a black person says, keep it up, what do they mean?
Don't keep it up.
If I say to you, you can catch these hands, what am I saying?
You're gonna fight me.
Wobble.
Do you have some black in you? Have you done your
Definitely has some
research?
black in her.
We're at a cookout.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear somebody say, who made this? What are they asking?
They're saying it's bad. Not enough flavor.
Not enough
What is the
seasoning.
black term for stuffing?
Dressing, baby.
Dressing.
What other term is it? Oh, she said stuffing. I never say stuffing. I always say dressing. Maybe that's why white people be looking at me crazy when I be saying that. I always say that. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys say stuffing? Black folks don't say stuffing. I'm gonna play that video. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, yeah, here we go.
The reason why
This is that therapist I was talking about. This is her, man. This is her. How are you talking about us in America? And we just showed a video of your home country. How dare you? How dare you, ma'am? How dare you? Don't you ever speak about anything that has to do with American culture. Don't you ever.
I blame men for why women cheat.
Y'all do everything but leave.
And I'll always say it's your man's fault. And you guys get really upset with me and we're like, no.
She is one of those women. She's also a trigger baiter. So what she does is she makes content that she knows sounds crazy just to trigger y'all into getting upset and going to her comments. This is what those scammers do. Aren't Indians known for being scammers as well? You know what I'm saying? She don't even want to go back to her home country, right? So even if it's the man's fault that he cheats, he can cheat all he wants to. She ain't gonna take her ass back to that doggone country. I'm not saying that she's from there, but her people are from there, somewhere down the bloodline.
No, she's got no more.
We really got a fake psychiatrist excusing cheating before GTA 6. Random Arabic chick from Queens, New York. You just activated my motherfucking trap cards. First, I activate the trap card Haram. When this card is activated, any woman going against the teachings of the Quran must dress up in a Dora the Explorer mascot suit while praying for forgiveness at a kid's daycare center. Last, I activate the trap card. Your father is disappointed. When this card is activated, you automatically lose the duel and your credit score. As now, your father has pushed the entire family to abandon you until you stop encouraging this bullshit online. Now go, you are banished to the Shadow Realm. AKA being hungry but watching everyone else eat fried chicken.
Black Spider-Man, dude. She's Arabic? I thought she was Indian. What's the difference? Anyway, let's keep it trucking. What's this? Oh, no. Oh shit. Okay. Brother. I put this video in here and I don't even remember him clocking her like that. Man, this is why I keep getting flagged, man. This is it.
Early 40s, there's a lot of these like kind of landmine dudes where they're like, they say on the surface they're like ready.
Look at the dead eyes. Look at the dead eyes.
But really they're like so stuck in their Peter Pan ways that it's almost worse. They have the facade of like, oh yeah, like I want to be a dad soon. Actually, I want to do exactly what I want. I want to just watch sports. I want to, and I'm 24-year-old. I want to do all this stuff. It's scary. It's scary out there. I'm still learning about the 40s. As I edge closer, I'm still doing my research. I'm still Jane Goodalling it, that shit. But I'll have my theories soon. But I do know about this type of archetype of guy, the young 40-something Peter Pan. Early 40s, there's a...
Remember I told you they're sitting around studying content creators, bro? What do you think she means by she's doing her research? Her raggedy leftover ass out here studying dudes. And again, I put this video back in here really quickly. When you low IQ females, especially you spiritual chicks, and you dumbass readers, when y'all say this Peter Pan thing, do you think you're fooling anybody? Do you think you're speaking in some code that we can't figure out? We know you idiots came up with it because Peter Pan, Cinderella, these are all child books and children movies. Of course you would make a reference to some children's movie or book, right? You're not a grown woman in the mind. So y'all need to stop with this. It's not even really worth really responding to, but I'm very petty. I'm very petty. And I don't like y'all thinking y'all even getting away with anything. It's dumb. It's stupid. Leave it behind in 2024. Don't speak about it no more, okay? Other men, if you ever said this in front of them, they're going to get confused and then slightly upset because they can never get back that time you just wasted. And they probably feel a little bit dumber after you said what you said. Low IQ babblers.
Sis, can I share something with you? Do you know the real setup of modern women today? Is that you've been hoodwinked, tricked, and bamboozled into believing that masculine traits in a man make them feminine or narcissistic, but masculine traits in a woman makes you a boss chick. Do you understand how demonic and diabolical that is? That when you see in a man taking control, taking charge, leading, and enforcing that you actually follow like a man should with a woman, you tell him that he's being narcissistic or that he's trying to be controlling or trying to make you a slave. Though when you see a woman talking to a man like he's a child, being disrespectful, being loud and argumentative, you praise them for being in their real woman era. It is a deception. Men are men and women are women. Men are supposed to be masculine and women feminine. And if you're trying to be a masculine woman, then you need to find a woman.
There it is.
Because a real man is not going to want a masculine woman. Stop praising women for acting like men and start championing and encouraging men for being what men are supposed to be.
That's what I'm talking about.
Remember that today and carry on.
That's why I want to tell y'all that it's not all women, right? It's not all women. It's not most women, but it's a lot. And the women with the biggest mouths and the most messed up have the most time to get on the internet and talk crazy. But it's not all of them. There are women out here that know what's up, that do support us, and they're trying to get their message out there. So, as men, we have to keep encouraging them. We don't want them to fall into the intellectual chameleon category, right? We want them to continue to speak positivity in us and things of that nature. You guys smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the tribe. What are you waiting for? LeBron, salute. Appreciate your brother for stopping by. September 27th, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, being married is a great thing, bro. I ain't gonna say that like when I was with my ex the whole time it sucked. Nah, man. In the beginning, man, she used to do what married women did right, bro. Like I come home from work, house would be nice and cold, music be on, the Scentsy would be going, you know what I mean? Some candles in the house, dogs we put to sleep, kids we put to sleep, stuff like that, man. So it's a great situation, it's a great life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, bud? How was school?
It was good. Really smoky outside because the stuff going on.
What's going on?
They got like a bunch of wildfires.
Wildfires?
Yeah, so it's like there's smoke everywhere and like the air is unhealthy.
Wildfire?
Yeah.
How close?
I don't really know where.
Oh, okay. Well, is it smoke like far from this house, or you talking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like closer to the school.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's far. That's far away from here. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's just
Appreciate.
the smoke that's getting everywhere.
Okay, appreciate that update. I'm about to go live outside. Hey, but yeah, when I get done with this in a minute, I'll get you something to eat.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. I'm going to get off of here. My son's home, man. I gotta spend time with my kid, make sure he has something to eat. Take care of that. Hey, what's going on, fam? Hey, what's going on, Freestyle? Long time no see, buddy. I gotta make my way over to y'all's channels, man, and support y'all's channels, man. Listen, for y'all that were supporting me when I was going through it, you gotta understand. I don't care what I look like online. I was going through it. Okay. I'm not a narcissist. I didn't have no woman lined up after my ex did what she did. She didn't expect for me to leave her for cheating, and I didn't know she was going to cheat. So, I was going through it. I'm over it now. So if I came off the wrong kind of way back then, my apologies. I didn't mean to be so standoffish. You know what I mean? But like now, I'm good to go. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me no matter what. Seen it through, seen a brother out there having a hard time and just hung in there, man. Just hung in there. And sometimes that's what you got to do when you're a real one. So I appreciate that. And again, you guys, subscribe if you're not already. Set that notification bell because I am shadow banned. And make sure that if you have any other, and I don't have to say this, but I'm going to, you have any other thought leader or red pill content creator or manosphere content creator or anything adjacent to that, make sure you're subscribed, your notification bell is set, you're hitting the like button, and you're sharing. We're getting shadow banned. They don't like men speaking like this. You can tell because the women in the media and social media are villainizing us to the craziest extent, making it seem like we're just doing nothing but harm to young men. But you have to understand these agents. They got to keep the machine going, and the machine can't keep going if there's no marriages. Marriages fund this country through divorce, through holidays, through birthdays, through whatever crazy ass shit that woman wants, right? Your money is funneled right back into the system expeditiously. And when we're not married, what are we doing? We're saving. What are we doing? We're investing our money elsewhere. They can't get a hold to your money, man. They can get a hold to your money. So they got to get some agents out here to get you back to the plantation. So any woman, whether she's a useful idiot or not, she's posting stuff up. The algorithms pick it up, pump it out. So that way the message is clear. Men aren't doing what they need to. And any red pill content creator or manosphere content creator, he's a bad guy. He's mean. He's bashing and hate women. All we do is speak about our life experiences and react to videos from our perspective. How are we doing anything more wrong than what the women are doing or any other group of people are doing? The Christians are doing it whenever they're making reaction videos. The LGBTQ communities are doing it to wherever they want to. How come straight men can't do it as well without being a bad guy? That's crazy. And for you white Karens out there that are saying that all men that do this stuff, that and the third and the red pill and the manosphere, how can you as an American white woman, a descendant of a slave master, sit there and tell me that I'm hurting anybody from just speaking about my experience? Do you think we forgot? Do you think that we don't know that white women were the worst slave masters? Y'all love throwing rocks and hiding your hands. You need to be more specific. If you got a problem with all men, hey, leave it. Keep saying it's all men, even though you ain't never met a black man or never laid with a black man. But if you're talking about white guys, you need to be more specific. You need to be more specific. Otherwise, I'm going to start holding y'all accountable. I'm going to remind you about slavery so you can shut the hell up. So you can shut the hell up. We got enough of the black women and other women of color, but I can shut down you snow bunnies. All we got to do is bring up slavery. All we got to do is put some videos out here comparing you talking crap about all men, including black men, and then y'all cracking the whip back in the day. You don't see white guys doing this, man. I'm telling you, man, they are very specific. Normally white guys be like white women. Y'all just keep saying men. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. So we ain't letting you get up that crap no more. You don't even know a black man. How you gonna sit there and say black men are oppressing you? We ain't even the majority in this country. We ain't running shit. The hell you mean, men? Huh? You better be more specific and stop being a coward. You scared to piss off those white men? You scared? You scared? You scared to piss off the white boy? Yeah, she's scared, man. Y'all scared. Well, if you don't want to piss them off, then get ready to look like a racist bigot, okay? Because you're a bigot because you don't like black males. So get prepared. I'm letting you go to shit. But you guys do me a favor. Again, share. It's so important while I'm being shadow banned, man. Hey, brother, I like that. You know, we need to have a conversation about that. I'm going to go live. I want to talk about that. I'll even schedule it, man. You know what I'm saying? That way you can pop up. But I really think that every man, if they find a great woman, should give it a shot. I know y'all like, no. It can be a good thing, man. I'm telling you, why do you think I married her? She knew what she was doing. Especially the first 3 years, nigga, I was in heaven, man. She was doing everything. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's a great, you know what I'm saying, situation, man, and a way to grow. And also being healthy. You can't be out in these streets banging out a bunch of women, man, and think that you ain't never going to catch nothing. So you get out of the streets or whatever. It's a great thing. But if it don't work out, done. One and done. Because one and done shows that you're man enough to give it a shot. Because all the stats and everything's against you. Everything. No man with sense is going to get married. Only a man in love. Senseless. So, and when you're in love, you do crazy things, man. So, you know, don't deny the urge. You've got a good woman. She's been holding you down for a good amount of years. I always make them wait a while. They want to get married in the first couple of years. Nah, you won't wait a while, bitch. You got to work up to this or whatever. But if they do what they got to do, you don't got your time out of them. You don't got a few, 4, 5, 6 years. And then, you marry them. If it don't work out, you got your time out of them. You got like 4, 5, 6 years before they even, got married. So it's just as much of a waste of time to her as it is to you. More so to her because she can't get that youth back, and you can rebuild. So again, find yourself a good woman, use the information that we're giving you to vet them properly, and give it a shot at least once, man. It's just one time, but one and done. Never do it again. But appreciate y'all. Love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Continue to show up for your boy. You rock with me. I fucks with you. Anyway, salute. That's what's happening. And I'm out.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.